Already, we are live. Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome to our Q&A at Photigy School of Photography. I am Alex Koloskov, your host. Long time, right? Long time seeing you. Seeing your photos. End of August, beginning of September. Second year is quite crazy for me. Now I'm trying to recover from the Burning Man. How are you doing, guys? How do you see me? How do you hear me? Pluses. Awesome. John, Aurora, Carol, hello. So, yeah, I've been in Burning Man. I was preparing to Burning Man, and then I was kind of trying to get to normal life. Because it's really kind of, it's completely different world. I don't know, did you hear about this, and do you know, have you ever been there? Maybe it's quite an amazing experience. You either hate it or love it. This year was quite different. It was rainy, it was lots of mud, but we stayed till Wednesday. We're supposed to leave on Sunday Sunday morning, but we left Wednesday morning, and it was worth it. It was great time. Last few days. But overall, it just soggy. What soggy means, I know. So it was quite great experience, I would say. I just enjoyed it a lot. Lots of unexpected things, as usual, you know. But in my opinion, everyone should try at least once this thing. We had 2 our electric bikes stolen. Imagine, yeah. Monday. They took it, and it was like a big. Thousands of bikes being stolen. So somebody making money, and I'm not sure if police will do anything about it. But regardless of this, it was great. Anyway, yeah, I didn't starve. Well, it's hard to starve there. You don't want to eat there. There is like you drink a lot. You party a lot. You sleep, I don't know, a few hours a day. I was meeting the sun, you know, at sunrise every day. So sleepless night, then a little bit of sleep, and then, you know, go back again. It's cool. And yeah, body kind of body can survive. Let's go back to our hello, Sveta. Let's go back to our photography. By the way, cool thing, we reached 100,000 followers on Instagram. We're growing fast, which is great. So thank you for your support. If you're not in Instagram, get there, and you may get some, you know, great promotion if you post some nice reels, because we do repost reels with mention of the author, and it's great boost for your followers on Instagram. And I think Instagram will survive. Not sure about Facebook, but social networks like Instagram, I think they will live for quite a long time. So you can invest in it just for promotion. Okay. This is the first. We have lots of things to talk about, many images. I am not sure. We'll see how it will go. I don't want to cut on reviewing. Maybe I won't be able to review everything today, so we'll catch up next week, but we'll see. So Arthur did this, create this with Midjourney. Unfortunately, Arthur, you didn't supply, you know, your photography. I assume this is the champagne. I remember your last work with sneakers and Midjourney. It was great. So one of the great examples of how to use Midjourney with your photography. And this is photography. If you say this is not, it is, because this is product. This is real bottle. Again, I assume, Arthur, that this is a bottle that you shoot. But in any case, it could be because it's. I see that this is photography. I don't think Midjourney can do all these details, real details of real bottle. You know, all these imperfections. I don't think so. And actually I'm working on the course for you guys how to use Midjourney for product photography, for any photography, because now they added some tools, and this is amazing. I mean, this is very useful. It's way more mature now, and I think yeah, it worth me to spend time and create a course, because images like this is the future of photography when you work closely with Midjourney. We'll talk about copyright and stuff, but yeah, this is a great example of blending in real photo in Midjourney. I don't have much to critique. Of course, I would kind of love to have the top rotated different way, but I mean, this is how it is. I think it's done really, really well, the way that Arthur blend. So not much to say. Arthur, if you next time supply your image that you took with your camera and then the image that you generated with Midjourney and the final result, I would really, really appreciate it. Please do. Hola, Jesus. Okay, Paul have lots of images to talk about, lots of jewelry. So Paul, great that you kind of start doing this more and more, and I see good progress. So good results. Light and setup, okay, nice and clean. Do-it-yourself diffusers, perfect. Is it medium weight? The Savage plastic, the Translum. Looks like it is. Yeah, and this is the final. So what I can see here, it's done well, but I would play a little bit more with reflections on the gemstone. You have this specular highlights, and it's overexposure. Doesn't look nice. Usually what I do, I take few images, just moving a little bit those spots on the diffusers, a few images to get a little bit more nice reflections from the edges, from the cuts of the gemstone, and then you can combine it into Photoshop, getting best look for each side, you know, for each cut. This is what you need to do here as well. It's just you'll have more raw material to choose from, you know, to create a perfect image. Hello, Polo. Nice, Portugal. So metal is relatively good here. We have some reflections. I don't see much of the gradients, unfortunately, and I know why it happened, because look at this. It's basically fluid light. On the side, yes, I see the spot, and I clearly see that some of the diffuser is dark. And again, I'm not sure what kind of area of this diffuser was reflected. The main idea when you shoot jewelry, to avoid just plain feeling of the metal, either gray or white, like you have some areas really white, like here, right? To avoid this, what we do, we create smaller spots on the diffuser, so the reflection will have a gradient, right, where the spot ends and then the dark area begins. We need to see this on a metal pole all the time. It's important. It's really important. Then you have few areas where it's just too dark. You didn't create a spot on a background. If it would be, it would fix many things, by the way. If you would catch a reflection, so somewhere on top of your light and stop, if you get one more diffuser, it's behind, on top, with the spot to reflect it under the ring. It shouldn't be bright. It should be just, you know, some subtle, forgot the word. Anyway, some not really bright spot under this, and it will eliminate this issue when we have a ring and then we have background and we don't see the basically cutoff line. We don't see where ring ends and background begins. It's like, you see, it dissolves in the darkness, and it's not good. And this area as well, you see it getting lost. To avoid this, you add the spot on the background, and again it will look way better with the spot. So cover top behind, get one more light, and you will see what I mean. Or it may be your wall, whatever. It should be maybe the black background that you have there. You see that piece of black, make it larger, make a spot there. Again, it should be relatively low light spot, but it should be visible, and it will separate your subject from the table, from the background. This is very important. Okay. Yeah, this is low light. This is why you have it. You just completely highlight it. It's actually one more light is here, so you highlighted frontal area. This is why you have this kind of look. Okay. So, and matte finish and everything will work better. Yeah, this is how you create reflections. This is all good. This is all good. But we need a spot still. Alrighty, let's move to next one. Next from Paul. Earrings. I was thinking this is coffee. I was thinking what? But it's not coffee. It's some pebbles. That's what you call it. Hello, Nastavnik from France. On TV, Burning Man. Yeah, Burning Man on TV was, they tried to scare. TV needs some sensation, needs viewers, so they need to show something like, bad stuff is happening. It wasn't bad at all. It was fun. This is the Burning Man about survival at some point. Last year it was too hot. This year it was too rainy. But you just spend time in under the tent with your friends and have a great time there. Whatever happens in Bern stays in Bern. This is the best thing that you can do. Many things that is not possible in real life, and it's all acceptable. So it's very cool. Okay, back to this. I can talk about Bern a lot. If I don't know, we can do some sort of if you want to broadcast about this, I can maybe show some videos and stuff. But now photography. So, okay, what I see here, Paul. I see your reflection from the frontal area of your diffuser. So probably, let's see what kind of light and setup. Okay, this is cool. You have several shots combined. Okay, so you use the same light and setup. And while it worked really well for the previous shot, for this one, because it's matte and glossy and spherical, what's the name of this? Chalcedony? Well, this gemstone in the middle. This lighting setup is not the best. It's like shooting pearls, spherical pearls. It will look like a square. That's what we see, the reflection. The best way to shoot anything that is spherical is what, guys? What would you use? What do you think? What I would suggest to use it here? Tell me. Guess. What kind of light modifier? I'm about to tell you. What kind of light modifier would be the best for these guys? Unfortunately, I don't see the back of the lighting setup. Anyone? No guess? I'm wondering what the delay. Long tubes. Long tubes? No, you're talking about lights. No, long tubes not needed. I'm talking about light modifier. What kind of diffuser you're gonna use? Cylindrical, close, very close. Cone, the cone. Almost cylindrical, but not. For this stuff, you put a cone. You cover your whole table with the cone. Strip box, no, strip box, no, with the cone. It could be strip box, but it's lighting. You put a cone. With the cone, first of all, you will have rounded reflection, which way better looking on the spherical stuff. Even though it's a little bit square here, it's still. And if you cover the whole thing, it will take care about all the metal. Because look at this. These, how you call these, hooks, they don't have nice reflection. Just because they so rounded, they reflects everything all around, and this relatively small flat diffuser in front, it doesn't cover that area. To cover whole area, you need to cover whole area around, and cone is the best. So you put a cone, or it could be not like real cone, because it's table, there is some stuff, so you cannot really stick it inside the cone. You can have like, some sort of like an arc or whatever around from the camera all the way, and then it can be gap at the bottom. Nobody cares about it. In this way it will look better. Metal here is nice, not much of gradients, and again, with that setup that I suggest, it will be way easier to have gradients on the metal, but not with 3 boxes. Spotlights, small spotlights, because we need to have gradient, and with the cone it's harder to get gradient because lots of internal reflections. It basically highlights everything, but it's possible. It's possible. A little gemstones looks good, okay, and yeah, the rest is nice. Like I said, you can hang it if you stick all the table and everything inside the cone. The cone should be relatively large, and even with the cone that is kind of pre-made, and you can stick something inside of it, you can get cone as close as possible to touch at the bottom, base of the table, or if table on a stand, so it touch the stand, the half of the table gets inside, and then you can cover back area with the diffuser, kind of extending the cone, because back area may be needed for some, maybe not, for this one probably not, but sometimes with the rings it reflects back stuff, so we need to cover it. But it should be rounded, it shouldn't be flat with sharp edges type of diffuser. Okay, the rest is nice, good work. Cool, let's move to the next one. Carol. Okay. So what do we have here? We do have this perfume. An interesting composition. Everything kind of done by shadows, sharp shadows. It's really cool. I really like Carol. I really like this beginning of the gradient on top. If it would be a little bit more brighter on this side, I think it will be even more attractive. It's good like this. It's good that you have a gradient. I would make it a little bit more contrast, basically a little bit brighter on this side. And the middle, the contents, the liquid inside, it's controversial to see it black, because it's not black, right? And when you shoot perfume, if you shoot it for the manufacturer, for the seller, I think they would love to see the actual color or close to it. Is it black? Okay, then if it's black, then yes, then it's perfect. Actually, it's very interesting. Okay, wow, then this is the best. Really, this is really good. The way that you shoot it, the way that you choose the composition, that's perfect. Yeah, never seen black perfume ever. And in the liquid, I'm wondering, it's like, because here it looks like an ink. If you spray it yourself, it's not black. It shouldn't be, right? I mean, because you can clothe and so probably it's just a bottle inside the black, right? The kind of internal area is black. Liquid noise. Okay, this is what I'm getting. This is awesome. Then it's perfect. Yeah. Because you see, I see. Then you did it right. You see, this, the bottom, look at your bottom. It's really bright, right? And it's naturally bright. We have all these refractions and stuff, which is okay. But you really need to have something bright here to balance it. If it would be brighter gradient on this cap, it would be great. I have something on my monitor. What is going on? So the rest I think is really good. Nice, nice. Thank you. Beside this, I think it's very good shot. Either make this brighter and this, or maybe bottom darker. Maybe you can just, because if you're already done with your lighting, I mean the setup is with everything, it's only Photoshop. So maybe you can make it slightly darker here, just to balance a little bit. Alrighty. Good job, Carol. Good job. Okay, Q&A. I regret, yeah. It was long time. And actually, it's not only Burning Man, it was long days. So, Carol, another one. I remember this perfume. I was shooting it, for me, it's a story, history. I was shooting it on Google Plus conference here in San Francisco. This is where I first time seen San Francisco and California, actually. I used to live in Georgia. And I was invited to Kelby, Scott Kelby plus Google Plus conference, photographers conference. I was a speaker and I was doing like a little workshop there with this perfume. So it was cool, yeah. Mine was different. Yours is really good. What I really like, this Midjourney background. Again, one of the best use of Midjourney is to get it as a background. By the way, guys, are you interested in paying for class for the course? It would be probably around like $40, where me and I think it will be Igor Plotnikov, you know him, right? He's a great retoucher. We'll use Midjourney plus real photography and show you how to manipulate Midjourney to get backgrounds that you need for specific shot. So are you interested in such course or not? Just tell me. I mean, of course it's not many people watching right now. I will ask on email, but interesting to see if is it something that you'll be interested in or not. So back to this. Background is great. The way that you blend it is super cool, Carol. But the biggest question is the cap. And it's tricky, I know. It's like a diamond. It's lots of cuts, and it looks beautiful. Dark. This is too dark, and I know it's glossy. Inside, it's a glossy metal. It's cylinder inside this crystal. Okay. It should be brighter. It's just too dark. So somehow you need to catch reflection. You need to do more of composite image. I mean, do several shots just for the cap to get that reflection. I don't think I can find it. Let me try. Maybe I can find that shot that I did for Photigy. Let me see 1 second. Perfume. It was in 2012, I think. No, I couldn't find it. Google Plus, okay. 1 second. No. Unfortunately, I can't find it. So, Carol, fix the top. And actually, you can even clone some of the faucets from right to left, because this piece doesn't look good. It could be symmetrical. You can clone it and then change a little bit the brightness. So it won't look like exactly the same, but it will look better. Talking about the left side of the cap, okay? And the middle. And Carol, next time I need to see your lighting setup for the shot. It's not only for me, and this is for all of us. This is the rules. If you want critique, we want to see how you shoot it, so others can learn from your shot, or can help you to improve your shot by telling you some useful advices. But again, they need to see how you shoot it. Okay. Thank you. Good job. Paul again with jewelry. Okay, I see. Okay, now I read. Sorry that you coming from behind. Still a little bit more. I'm not saying that whole brightness. A little bit more will be better, because see, it's like a black hole, little black hole inside. It's the darkest part of the image, and I don't think it's good, especially considering the rest is so bright. Okay. Paul. I remember shooting something similar. Paul again. Good lighting. Yes. What you got here? You got this metal. Okay, and look at this. It doesn't look like metal. It's a flat. It's flat. It's not. It doesn't even look like it's a curve, just because you get reflection from the table, from this thingy, right? And it doesn't have any gradient on it. So it's a tough call. You can either do gradient by your hands in Photoshop manually on here, or there is a trick. Of course, it's pure natural kind of type of shooting, which probably nobody is doing, but you guys can do it because it's fun. Instead of Photoshop, and instead of this white paper, what you can do, you can print a gradient on a paper just using any printer, laser, whatever, just black and white gradient, and put it there, and it will reflect that gradient. And voila, you have gradient without Photoshop. Otherwise, there's no way to catch it, because the reflection on this metal, on this part, is coming from the table, from these white pieces. So, make gradient there. Why not? I remember I was printing these pieces and using it. And I think in some class, not often though, because it's kind of lots of work, even though it's not. But yeah, you can do it. Then, what I see on your ring, on the final version, these three boxes, no, they doesn't look good. What is that? Is it like Sauron, the castle or whatever? No. It's a wrong light modifier, Paul. It's a wrong light modifier. You should go easy way. You should use the cone or something that will cover whole area and will be like a cylindrical. You don't need to even create a cone like the real cone with all this stuff support. Grab thick Savage plastic and just cover that area. Hold it by clips at the bottom, to hold the shape, and that's it. Really, think about it. You can do it. You can do that cone just by bending that plastic sheet, holding with clips at some point, connect it, and the rest will just cover. And then you can do whatever you want. And here it will be a little dot from your lens, and then all kind of gradients that you have. I have on, let me try, it's on Photigy. Let me see, I have this class, jewelry photography, where is it? Where I was shooting something similar. It's retouching. And this where it's shooting. So I think here it was, look at this, it's a very similar ring. And actually, I don't think I was using a cone here, my bad. I don't remember, but for this one, for example, it was a cone, if I'm right, for this one as well. So of course we retouched it, but you see this dark spot, it was a lens. The rest was just gradient from the cone. Same here. So this is what you do with such spherical gemstones. Okay. Otherwise, very good job. And the metal, your little gemstones, your little diamonds looks perfect. All is good. Okay. Next one. Alisa. Hello, Alisa, and you're making progress. This is great. Sun for macro jewelry photo. Huh. So where you were trying to get sun? Okay, like this. Yeah, the sun, it's either, if you see the sun, we usually create sun like we see the actual sun, so it's like a spotlight, or we see sharp light. This probably, actually, it looks like a sun to me. Really, I mean, it really is like next to some window or whatever. So it's not bad. I think it is. It's good. But for little jewelry, for small. Okay, I see. By the way, guys, this is what I am talking about. Not that close, though. No. It's too tight to get spots and stuff and gradients. But this is the idea of any spherical gemstones and metal. You cover camera like this and the whole thing, but do it just larger scale. So. The sun on small scale, it won't be really visible probably on the watch, right? Look at this. Here we see the sun because mainly surrounding area, right? We see this reflection on this pillow or whatever this stuff under the watch, and on the watch face. Okay, this is like direct hit, sharp hit of some sharp light which can resemble sun. So when you want to do this on somewhere like here or here or like here, you can do the same, but I'm not sure if it will work well. Again, it shouldn't be hanging like this, in nowhere. To imitate sun, it should have some texture underneath it, so we see the line of that light and stuff. So it will be basically, it's like getting close to that shot, to this one. Just zooming in, same idea. It will look like sun, okay, like this, because we have all this. And by the way, it looks strange. The reflection from the sharp light here on this texture, it's kind of different angle than this. Is it one light it gets like this? It's a little bit strange. It could be if it has some some stuff, some screens, but it's a little bit strange. Okay, but this shot is good. I like it. I like this. You can maybe crop it a little bit tighter, somewhere like this. This is what I would do. And this is really nice. It's super cool. What I would do, it's not Midjourney, right? Or is it? Here you need to do a little bit better job of masking, because it's blurry, you see, and the watch is sharp, and it's supposed to touch the watch, and it's supposed to be really sharp. Okay, so yeah, unfortunately, I mean, from a distance looks good, but once you start looking at the details, here you see, this is where I start not believing that it's like that. It should be sharp. or it should be somewhere else, not on the watch. By the way, I would clean these little areas. You see this dark and lots of scratches. Just, you know, polish them in Photoshop. The watch itself looks really good, really nice. When blending, and actually yeah, here as well, you see it's not nice. When blending, I would try to imitate this sharp light. That, for example, I have a sharp light here, some bright light. So I would actually, yeah, it's bright here. You know, some dodge and burn on the background on these roses, to try to make it like a little match, a little bit more match of all lighting for the watch. But even like this, it's okay. The main problem that it's blurry, unfortunately. It's blurry. Maybe you can run some sort of AI-powered sharpening tools before you blend it to make all these puddles sharp, you know, because it's very nice. Okay, so very good. Good job, Alisa. You definitely making progress. It will be easier for you to shoot if you would use larger diffusers. And this is probably lightweight plastic. It's harder to use it. Try to get at least medium weight. It will be more stiffer. It's easier to put it all around and hold the shape and have room for, you know, for lights. Thank you. Okay, next one. Black background is not black here, right? Well, again, you prefer to use very little light and stuff, very tight, very tight. Okay. And this is why it's not okay. Black, which was great. Blue paper, okay. So, what the issue? Well, you know, if you just think logically, kind of, black background is not black. Why? Because too much light, okay? It's either too much light hitting background directly and then it reflects back to the camera, right? It will be gray, it won't be black. With that tight lighting setup, that's quite possible. Or maybe even you may have lights coming to the camera indirectly, meaning not from the background, but like from basically flaring too much, and it will definitely kill contrast, not only on the background, but everywhere else. Here, for example, I see lots of light from the right side. A lot. It's completely burned metal. It's too much, definitely. I wouldn't never put that much light to burn the metal like this. So it's like a white hole. This will make your background look like this, like gray, because it hits the camera as well. It hits the lens. Plus this light hits the lens. Plus it's just too much light. So how about strip box with diffuser? Strip box is relatively large modifier. You can use strip box, but if you use strip box, your diffuser should be larger than strip box. So for example, if you use like a tabletop type of diffuser and use strip box, it will be no strip box. It will be just fluid light, which, you know, make no gradients, nothing. It should be huge, like, I don't know, 3 by 6 feet light modifier. Either that arc of, you know, the banded diffuser or something else, and then strip box behind it. This way it works. I use strip box when I use large diffusers. Otherwise, it's not strip box, just a fluid light. It looks like earring to me. Strange shape. Should be some pin probably from that side. Yeah. So first thing, try to start using large lighting setup, large modifiers, because everything is so compact. I know you may not have enough space, but still, even this space, I see that, well, it's enough. Your light modifier should be somewhere between your lights, you know, touching your lights, this size, you know, covering all this. Okay. This is what I would do. It will be way easier to get black background, white background, whatever you want. Less spills, because distance is what limit the light, like the law of square law, or whatever you call it. So it works for you. 2 times more distance, 4 times less light. 3 times, 9 times less light. Get 3 times bigger lighting setup. It will be way easier to manipulate. Okay? Thank you. AI, yeah, I didn't read this, but the title is kind of saying about this. Of course, AI generated art can be manipulated because you didn't do it, even though it's questionable, where it's like you not created it. Okay, what about when you do stuff in Photoshop? When in 3D, for example, when you just generate something. When you generate stuff in 3D Studio Max, it's not you doing it, right? It's it doing it. You just giving commands, you giving numbers and stuff, and it generate for you, but it's yours. You can copyright your creation. Here, you, instead of numbers, you supply words, and it creates it for you. So I think it's not the final judgment. It will be more, you know, stuff going on because it's developing area. But like Amitava said, that it should be derivative art. When you use, let's say, generated background and your own photo, and then you combine it in Photoshop, you can copyright it. If not, it will be, you know, you can go to court and well, it will be battle, but you should win, because it's completely okay to use some of other things in your image, in your final work, and especially if it's commercial work. As is, yeah, right now, and by the way, as is, you cannot really copyright it because by the license, let's say Midjourney license, they have this rules that it's kind of, I forgot the name of the license, I mean the type of the license, but you cannot completely copyright it. So yeah, the creators, they rule. So the idea is to modify it. More modify is better. Do you think it's possible to gradient on the upper part of this pendant? Alisa? Yeah, it's of course here on top. Of course, it's possible. Yeah, you just find the area where it reflects its top and behind somewhere. Looking at the angle, you calculate where you need to be a diffuser, and yeah, it's probably was really behind your light and stop somewhere. Oh no, it's black, so it is why it was black. Yeah. With all the reflections, everything is possible. You just need to know where to put your light, right? Okay, new members. Hello, Peter. Welcome back. Welcome, not back. Welcome to the group. Alrighty. Andrea with fire, plays with fire. Very nice. Really nice. Wow. Love the fire. Love the Jack Daniels. Even glass, kind of okay, even though I prefer a little bit different. The question to Andrea: where the rocks, where the ice? It's not required, but man, it will look so good with ice. First of all, most of people drink this stuff with ice. I don't like, water in my whiskey, but still, with ice, not like cheap fridge ice. No, the nice and clean cubes, hopefully acrylic, it will look amazingly well. So the only probably thing that I would critique here, I mean suggest ice and fire, definitely. Yeah, fire is good because it's Tennessee fire, and ice, we need ice. Yeah, because the bottle looks good. It could be need to see if contents of the bottle would have some, you know, brighter stuff behind it. I might try to put some foil, or so it shouldn't be flat reflector, you know, to get light. Something mimic the fire behind the bottle, you know, seeing through the bottle. It may be actually cool idea. It's like enhancing it, but even like this, it's okay. Okay. Blue fire. Where is blue fire? It's not blue. Oh, you mean on the video? Oh yeah, it's okay. I see. Let's run video larger. How I can make it? Oh, yeah, that looks like alcohol. Alcohol the best for this, and yeah, fire behind. That's, I would definitely put this thing behind it so it will be there. And boo, behind the bottle, like you have it behind the glass. Okay, look how fire looks cool behind the glass. Why not behind the bottle? It will look amazingly well. Okay, so just two things: ice and fire behind the bottle. The rest is amazing. And maybe crop. Yeah, I would crop a little bit. No, I can't crop. I cannot crop like this. I cannot crop like this. I need to maybe like this. Okay, maybe I would crop like that. And since I noticed it, dim down the reflection. Reflection is so bright, super bright. If you crop, if not crop, it actually looks good. It looks kind of okay. If you crop it like this, you may consider doing this. I think it will kind of be more balanced. You need to make glass a little bit, you know, darker, the reflection. That's it. Looks dangerous. Well, yeah, it can be dangerous. It depends where you studio it. If it's on concrete floor, if it's not in the living room, it's way, you know, easier to play with fire. But yeah, in the room, definitely it's a challenge. So be careful. But it's really cool experience playing with fire. Okay, Renault. So my thank you to Andrea for the very good shot. Renault. Hello, Renault. Exactly, carpet burn. Starting product photography. So it's a very basic course, right? Don't watch but play. Exactly that's what I'm saying. That's, you need to play. So let's see. What was the question? How big should background screen be? How far away background? Okay, let's see light and stop first. Okay, background is black. You know, Renault, this background may work if you don't have light on it. We'll see your final image. With the light on it, we don't want to see all these wrinkles. It's better to have a flat background. You know, cardboard, black cardboard, or something really seamless. Just saying. Regardless of your result. Yeah. And okay. So background here looks good. No seams. No, I mean, it looks flat, which is good. What you have actually for starting studio photography, you done really well. Few things. The angle. You shoot it straight, right? Straight in the middle of the bottle. This is why you have completely straight lines on your label. And it doesn't look, I mean, it does because of the gradient, but it doesn't look like it's a cylinder. Lighting is done well. So with the lighting, we see that it's cylinder. It's good idea to show curves instead of straight lines. What you do here, in your case, I would suggest lower your camera. So shoot slightly from below, like this, camera like that. It will help you eliminate many things. Reflection from a table, you probably struggled here. I don't know how you get all this reflection. I see some Photoshop probably going on, not sure, but it looks like some cloning, or I may be wrong. So when you shoot from the bottom, you get in better control of reflection. Plus it will be arcs here, arc here, arc on the bottom, which will look good. Your lens should be somewhere like 50 millimeters for this, because with long lens like 100 millimeters, it's hard to get, you know, that low. With wider lens, it's easier to get arcs. You just go a little lower, you have distortions and you have arcs. You can always, when you go lower, it will be distortions. You need to kind of straighten your image in Photoshop. It's just one click in RAW converter. Okay. Other than this, this is a very good job. I love your label. I love the gradient. This cutoff line should be sharp. This is why it won't look matte. And your gradient could be better. It's a matter of getting. Do we see the diffuser or what it was? Or it was just 3 box. Okay. Diffuser. So your diffuser is really thin. And this is why gradient was not kind of super sexy. You did a gradient, it's good. But this diffuser good for people. It's probably, I don't know, 1 f-stop or half f-stop. 1 f-stop probably. You need to have like almost 2 f-stop thickness of your diffuser for product photography, for glossy stuff. In this case, and it should be seamless. It shouldn't be all this stuff, because, I mean, all the lines, because we see them. We see the reflection from this, and it's not good. So completely seamless diffuser. Savage plastic is the best, and create a nice gradient. You did the best what you can do with this setup, but you see we have these little seams, and it's not nice. Okay, other than this, good job. Renault, keep going. You learn a lot, and you good learner. Okay, next. Richie. Light and stop not posted, right? Unfortunately, Richie, please do your light and stop. Okay. We need to see how you shoot it. This is requirement for getting good critique. Even without light and stop, what I can tell, yeah, it's good. You can have slightly more contrast gradient on the background. So basically it's already bright in the middle. You can have a little bit darker. It may look a little bit better. Why I'm saying this? Because you see your background is brighter than your subject, but your subject is bright. I mean, it's yellow, reflective, and it look darker. Usually it's not good. Usually background, even like this, should be slightly darker than your subject. Subject should be standing out, popping out, you know, like with colors, vivid colors. So less bright spot behind, less bright corners, could be darker, and brighter can. Okay, more lights on the can. You have gradient, it looks good. Your splash, it's okay. I mean, it could be better, but it's actually not bad splash. You have perfectly frozen, you know, there's droplets and everything, so all is good. Still, it could be better. When you try to use glycerin mixed with water, 1:1, and see what will happen. Your splashes will be thicker, bigger, and sexier, basically, when you shoot them. Thicker liquid usually produce way better result. It's not easy. You need to, and glycerin is not free. But yeah, you can do. You can actually maybe do something else, but I don't know any other clean, how you call it, coagulant or whatever, the thing that makes things thicker. Maybe pectin, food pectin, if it gets clear after dissolving. So anything that you can get to make clear, thicker liquid will work. And your lemons, they're almost invisible. They kind of, it's cool to have them there. But again, bright on bright, they can get lost. They will be visible if your spot will be darker. Okay, so darker spot on a background. The rest is good. And lighten stuff next time, please. So next, okay, Burning Man. Yeah, I'll post it here. I'll post my Burning Man. Unfortunately, I don't have much. I don't have much because I brought a camera. It's still there. This RX 10 or RX 100, forget. Old camera, 600 millimeters, point and shoot. Huge lens, little sensor. It's completely sealed. I mean, it's point and shoot. It's not interchangeable. But I use it once for very just little shots. The rest was phone and not all was me. I don't know. My mind is somewhere else when I burn it. I can get my stuff. But I'll post what I have. Beautiful art there. Okay, guys. Let's see. Carol. Interesting. Okay, so it's all real. What I can tell. The glasses, sunglasses, looks amazingly well. Really like wow. The bottle not so sexy. Even though the idea is cool. Maybe because it's... Well, I know. Because of the light from the right. It's not nice. This reflection on the label, nah. It doesn't look good. What is there? What's... Okay, so Speedlight 2 is wrong. Wrong placement. You know where I need to put it there? Fun project. Yeah, and I understand. Same thing. You just put it behind. More behind. This light should create, talking about Speedlight 2, should create the edge like you have here, but more. It won't be here, and it will highlight the internals of the bottle. It's like a sunny day, so it probably will look cool. Okay. The rest is... For 5 minutes project, it's fun. Okay, don't do this. Never hit dirty bottle with sharp light. Never. Okay, I mean it's not dirty. It's with sweating and stuff, but it's not like super nice sweating. I understand, Carol. Glad you did it because it's always fun. Okay, Nari. Thank you. Neri got this. No light and setup. Do you have light and setup? Okay. Alrighty. Din. Then. Okay. Here and there. It's actually good light and setup. Correct one. I may probably cover a little bit more lower, a little bit more top diffuser, but maybe not if it works. The question here, Neri, why you choose this background? I mean, this table. I don't know. This is kind of better, but this white one, I'm not getting it. And I don't think that this angle is good. It's a little bit too low for this. Gemstones, we probably need to get higher. Yes, exactly. Background is fighting with the main character, Aurora. Exactly. I just have no idea why this background. If we have Neri, this kind of, it's a rule. We can always bend it, we can always break it, but first, do it with the rule. If we have subject with lots of little details, like you do, many little details, background should be nice and smooth, so we can kind of see those details. If your background has lots of details as well, and it's all in sharp and stuff, it doesn't look good. It kind of attention goes away. So white on white, it's not a good idea, I think, because, and especially with this pattern, I don't see what you're shooting. Really, I just simply don't see it. This is a little bit better, and the dark is even better. Okay, so this angle, okay, it's kind of here. It's almost like it's floating. A little bit strange things with the shadow. For me, it looks like it's floating somehow. I'm not sure why, but kind of strange. Which is sad because your light in your subject looks good. It's relatively good. Yeah, metal could be a little bit shinier here, but if I get closer, I see beautifully done little gemstones. Really nice. There's little tooth. Yeah, it's really like baby tooth. Maybe not baby. Baby teeth. They look good too, and metal looks good, but it's getting lost on the background still. So what I suggest for this type of shots: nice background, no pattern, no texture, maybe a little bit of texture, but very soft and nice. Some spotlight on it, reflected on the background. Then your subject, whole subject like this, and then do few shots, close-ups. Pieces of this arc, get really close up and shoot, somewhere like this. Or if it's bendable, bend it a little bit, other way, show us so from different sides. And this will be a set. Shooting sets is better than shooting one image. You know it for your portfolio. If potential clients see the set of images for the same subject, it always tell him or her that you are capable of shooting like campaigns. You can do, you can tell a story. Story being told easier to tell story with a set of images. So close up, the whole image. Okay, a few close ups with different angles, with different lighting. A little bit different. Okay. F11, and definitely you can get everything in focus. You can't get it. No way. On stuff like this, F16, even F18 might not give you this. You can actually shoot F16, by the way. It will be good enough. Most of the cases it's good enough. A little bit work in Photoshop, a contrast, but with good lens, F16 works. But still, F16 not gonna work like this because you need focus stacking. It's on jewelry, you get too close to get the depth of field. It's not possible. It's almost not possible. To get it without focus stacking. And this, I know, this looks in focus, so maybe it's focus stacking. No, I didn't tell anything. So. Okay, yep. Thank you, Neri. Let's move forward. How many we have? Oh, we have a lot. So I'll do a couple more, and the rest, guys, will be next time. I have my batteries going down. Okay, makeup shot. Let's see. From Richie. Hello, Richie. Makeup shot. Okay. Okay, this is better. I'm looking more like a composition. Okay, this is the story. This is the set of shots, right? This is what we need. And very professional setup. Nice. With music. Okay. So, Richie, on this shot, many things are missing. Okay, it's black on black, and lots of pieces of these brushes are missing. They're great, glossy shape. I have the same brushes in my portfolio. I remember a long time ago, like 15 years ago, 10, 12, I was shooting them for the client, for Anissa International, and I still have them. They're beautiful. They look exactly the same. You need to shoot to show the shape, to show the beauty of handles. This reflection, it's not what professional photographers do with this, cylindrical glossy subjects. You need to have gradient there. You need to create the shape. You need to see the edges. Let me try to find you exactly the same. It's probably why stupid. I need to move away from or fix this domain. Without www doesn't work. So 1 second. Here cosmetic, it's probably here, right? Okay, look at this. The same idea, right? It's defined. It's clearly visible. It's separated from the background. Okay, it's separated from the background. Here it doesn't have a gradient, but it does have spot on the background, and I specifically made this really sharp reflection to show the glossiness, because here it looks really glossy. Okay, here the same. You create a gradient. It's still dark. It's still not super bright. It doesn't. But we have edges. Actually, I don't have edge on the top side, but it's still close to there. I would move this edge light slightly to get a little bit more. This is what you need to do. Okay, otherwise it doesn't look good. Same for the note. You need to have better lights. Here it gets a little better. Why? Because you hit matte pieces of your subject, matte handles. They look okay with just a softbox, but not glossy. You see, you completely lost glossy parts. Why? Because of light modifiers. And this is good, except we don't see the this little can or whatever you call it of powder that you drop it. It's not visible. So what you need to work on? Unfortunately, I don't see a light in here, right? It's just a nice way to hold stuff on a place, which is perfect. You did okay. I see light. So man, 1 second. Wrong, really. I mean, this simple light should be at least softbox. The best way, diffuser and softbox, and you will have completely different image, a different look, completely professional. Okay, so Richie, your audio is great. Make your light modifiers great as your audio for your studio. Okay, the way that you connect it, all is good. Get softboxes, strip boxes better, and get diffusers. Okay, cool example. Nice vision, a nice product, but man, something is going on with the lighting. Okay, and the last one for today. Yeah, guys, I don't want to kind of speed up. It's really cool shots there, so we'll talk about next week. You can, add, because remember, we don't have usually many submissions, especially last times, so we'll catch up. Richie with great eye, with great setup, but without good diffusers. So Richie, similar thing here. You got cool background, maybe a little bit too bright though. But again, if you get nice light in your subject, it will be good. I see some sort of a diffuser, either softbox, which has really bad, you know, the front area because it's lots of wrinkles. But basically, simple solution here: add more light. This should be bright, like I showed you, right? Bright like here, okay? Make that line brightest like here, close to this. And it will already be different. Okay, not that bright, maybe a little bit less. Don't overexpose completely, but if it will be bright, things will look way better. And light and stop, please. I want to see how you did it. I don't think we have light and stop here, right? Or we do? No. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so Richie, good work. More attention to the light. Okay, guys. If you have questions, if you have anything, please tell me now. I'm about to say you goodbye. It was a pleasure talking to you, and I definitely see you next Thursday. I think, yeah, I got the idea. I'm working on that course for Midjourney. If you know that I released it AImasterytools.com, right? If you're thinking about how to use that AI stuff, by the way, it's a big thing. It's really big thing. It changed life now. The Congress hearing, did you hear about it? With, you know, Zuckerberg and other guys, they thinking what to do with it because it's changing life so fast. So if you want to learn it, you can get that AImasterytools.com. This is recent release from me. I got a course. It's a course for everyone. You know how to start and how to use the ChatGPT Midjourney anywhere in life, business, you know, personal life. Check it out. But probably you've seen emails already. AImasterytools.com. Okay, all is good. Thank you, guys. My pleasure talking to you. Thank you for great work. Thank you for waiting for me that long time. I'm back and now on full speed. We'll do something cool. Okay, have a good rest of your week. Have a great weekend. Enjoy last day of summer, even though it's not summer anymore, but it's still relatively warm there. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Goodbye. See you next Thursday.